Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. I am doing well, I guess. I can't seem to get things working properly this morning, but yeah, I guess I can. Good morning, TC. How are you today, sir? I'm hoping that oh, dang. Well, I just got a message that our topic for today is not going to be what it says on the thing. The guy that was going to join said he's unable to now. So that's no good. I was totally planning on relying up to him for most of today's video. Alrighty. I guess we will have to swap things around. No big deal. We can always find something to talk about with knives. Let me go and see if I can change the video title. Because we're not going to be learning what it says we are. So give me just a second to do that. Alright, hopefully the title for that video changed. Good morning, Michael. Let me see. Yeah, I think the title has changed now. So I think that worked. So, like we do every day about this time, I usually show what I carry during the night. And what I had last night was my M390 thick bladed rosy. Thick scaled rosy. So I ended up swapping it into this one. This model, because I like this model better than the Skelly. But I was able to get the M390 blade in here. I did order some washers that are the right size to fix the washer problem. They end up being M6 by 10 millimeter by 1.2 millimeter. And I found some on AliExpress. So the centering is perfect. Action is great on this thing. And I can fit the blade in any of my thicker Lemifshi versions. So I can have my M390 the way I like it. So that's super cool. Action on it's great. Centering's great. And yeah, I've got a M390 that's unlike anyone else's. Yeah, William just sent me a message. I was waking up and I read it, and he said he got his first Wixco and he had an issue, but the customer service was great about it. They sent him a new one without him having to send the old one back, so that's always a cool thing. I myself have not gotten a Wixco knife yet. I've heard pretty good things about them, I guess. I'm just not in the best of terms with FerraMonster right now, so I've decided to kind of boycott Wixco for right now until FerraMonster starts acting better. Yeah. Anyway, so today we're gonna have to come up with something new to talk about. which is cool. I should have backup plans in place anyway. If I've got a guest coming on, I shouldn't rely totally on them. The D10 on that knife does feel better today. I do like both of these new models. They bailed on me. They've got an electrician evidently, and the guy from last week was going to come on and show us how he does his stencils and stuff. And I guess he's got a electrician there, and it's freaking his dogs out, so he's unable to get on stream. I guess because he'll worrying about his dogs being loud on stream, maybe. But it's all good. Yeah, I've had pretty good customer service from Chinese knife companies so far. Most of them have. Oh, I know what we need to do today, partially. Just reminded me that we need to go and look for the bit that we need to take, let's see, 1/4 inch hex to Dremel adapter. So we need a I probably typed something in wrong, but let's go to Amazon and start with this. So this is definitely not what I need. So what I need is a 1/4 inch, 1/4 hex to Dremel. Alright, so I'm not seeing, I need it. 1/4 hex female to Dremel male. And I'm not finding one. So I know they make an adapter, Dremel adapter for 1/4 inch hex. Aha, right here, no. But that's the kind of kit that I need. And then I need to find the little polishing pads. Okay, this would actually work. So we're going to add this to cart. And then we're going to look for 2-inch cotton pads. Cotton buffing. Okay. Here we go. What do we got here? That is the wrong kind of shank. but the right kind of pads. Aha. Here's one with the Dremel attachment. It looked like they would work good. Alright, we'll add that to cart. Now, can we buy just replacement of those pads? Yes, maybe? Are these the ones? Yeah, these are the ones with the threaded. I don't want one for a drill. I want one for the Dremel. The 3-inch. Oh, here's hook and loop ones. That's a foam. It's not a cotton wheel. Cotton Eye Joe. Alright, oh well. Which knife should we anno? Good morning, guy with the stupid chat name. Morning, Ron Crow. Good morning, folks. Morning, Joe Anderson. Sever 7, good morning, sir. I have used my blasting cabinet more. I was thinking about doing some blasting today. In fact, I know I'll be doing some blasting today because I've got a knife that's coming in for delivery. Oh, that reminds me. I've got an unboxing to do today of an Amazon knife. I went back to my roots and I started buying some more Amazon knives. And I've got one to review today that I haven't done yet that I guess I can show y'all. It is a Kyoko, but I think it's actually just Ioko. We'll see on the blade. But this is one I bought off of Amazon that was inexpensive and I wanted to check out. So I will be doing an unboxing. Not much of an unboxing to do later on today except to go through the knife. But it's a cool pattern G10 one. It's got a nice deep carry clip, as you can see. And it is a flipper only, but it had a unique blade shape that I wanted to check out. And it is D2 blade steel. And it's a pretty big, comfortable looking knife. Good morning, Pete. TC Blades, yeah, I saw that you said you left one in ferric chloride for 3 hours. Yeah, I think this one was like $22. And it's got a slight recurve on it. I haven't even tested to see if it's sharp yet. I don't really have any paper here. I've got a little piece here. We could try, see if it's sharp. Oh yeah, super slicey. Very, very sharp. Yeah, so I'm going to do the unboxing and review on this later. Oh, you bought one of these, TC? Yeah. I've started going back to my, like I said, my roots and picking up some Amazon knives. I feel bad for Pete this morning. He sent me a code last night, and I figured for sure by the time he sent it to me, he had already tried it and used it or whatever. And so I hopped on real quick and grabbed a few knives using the code that he gave me. And then it stopped working before he could use it. So that sucks. Yeah, I thought for sure that he would have, by the time he got around to telling me about it, he would have already gotten what he wanted. Knives are life. Good morning, sir. I am loving this M390 Rosie with the thicker handles. Super comfortable. I carried it during the night. Those washers really helped to get it centered and all that. So I'm glad I got that. Yeah, that knife was super sharp. But now that I know I can put the M390 blade in any of my wider Lemifshis, that makes me happy. And the action on this thing is great. My ducklings should be coming in soon. I think they left Chicago. So I'm looking forward to those. I do need to anno some knives, but I wasn't really prepared this morning, but it doesn't take long to get prepared. Like I said, we were going to have I think his name was Gabe, that came on last week, was going to come on this week and show us the whole process, but his dogs are barking crazy at the moment, so he couldn't hop on stream. So maybe he will be here next week. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I did get, so Concept had a crazy code that messed up last night, and it was supposed to take $50 off, but it took 50% off. So I was able to, while that was happening, I was able to grab 3 knives for a super sick price. And I started off with what I thought would be, I started by sorting by the most expensive because I wanted to get the best deal I could. So let's see, Discord. If I'm going to get half price, I want to spend the most money I can. So I bought, my first purchase was the new Concept Caveman. And I don't know why y'all can't see that. Maybe you could? No? Discord is not showing up. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I don't, they've already said the order was confirmed, so they stopped the code. But I was able to get a Caveman that was normally $230 for $114, or $228 for $114, and a Hyra that was normally $192 for $96. So that was cool. I will show you all those two knives really quick. So I got the Caveman, which is this version right here. I got this one, and I got, let's see, I think I got, yeah, this one. I got this one and this one. They're super cool prices. And then I went back and I was like, well, I'm not done yet. Let me see if the code will work again. So it said this code has already been used. So I logged in with another email account and I ordered a Thoth with Arctic that was normally $245 for $122. So I got a Thoth, which is the Sparrow. I got the Damascus Blade Arctic carbon fiber version right here. I got that version, and this knife is made by Sparrow Knife Company. So I grabbed one of those for $122, half price. So those would be cool to get in and do a review of. I did message my contact at Concept because they sent me a, see you later, Michael. They sent me a tipper and an Eagle Strike to review. So I messaged her to try to get her to sell me the flank. I don't know that it was a mistake, Joe Anderson. I just used a code. I just know it was $50, and I don't know. It had a 50 in the code, so like I guess it could have been 50%. I'm not sure. Maybe they were running a special for a few people. But I took advantage of it, yes sir. Especially from a big company like Concept who makes lots of money. My keyboard just dropped on the floor. Sorry, I didn't mean to type the 1422. It wasn't some kind of code. I don't think it's still active. But not sure. I didn't try a third time. So let's go. Yeah, these companies make a 3 times markup at least on most knives. Now, it's probably not the case with like some Chinese OEMs because they do charge less than their American counterparts, but for the most part, when you produce a knife, it sells for 3 to 4 times what it costs to produce it. Thank you, Mr. Bob. I hope I'll get it. It looks like the order went through fine, so I don't know if it was a fluke or if they only did a few or what. Like, I don't know the whole thing behind it. Oh, but I did ask them to send me a flank to do a review of. So hopefully she will get back to me about that and we'll get to check out that new little fixed blade they had. So that'll be awesome. Did anyone else see the post in the Discord about the new Laconico Kickstarter. I know TC posted it, but I got in on it. I'll show you which one I bought. But here's let me show the little video for it. I'm not going to play the sound because they might have a song behind it, but Artisan and Ray Laconico started a new project. So all the inlays are interchangeable, and you can buy extra add-ons for extra inlays, except for that one. So I started to get that one, but then you couldn't swap the inlays. So I decided to go with the Queen's Gambit, which is that one, so that I could swap out the inlays with the micarta one if I want to. And that's the King's Gambit with a mirror polished blade and full Damascus. But they had quite, you could buy just, there's the one I got, but you can get the King's Gambit, the Pawn, the Bishop, the Rook, the Knight, the Bishop, that's the Queen's Gambit, and then you can buy a combination. So I started to buy a combination of the Queen's Gambit and the Rook. These two right here, the $463 package, but I didn't want to spend that much, so I didn't. But like it shows right here, you can buy the extra inlays for $10 and $20 more. And then they have a package of all of them for $16.50. They did reach their goal in less than 24 hours, which they actually hit like 9 times their goal. So that was a cool Kickstarter project. Can't wait to see how that caveman feels. Both of these have larger blades. This one looks kind of like the Doberman that I just got rid of. But I figure I can do a review on them and turn around and sell them for at least what I paid for them and give somebody else a good deal. Or sell them for 20 bucks more and make 20 bucks. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. Let's go over a couple more videos from a blade show. While I fix myself a cup of coffee, I've got to get something to drink. My voice is already kind of gravelly. Let's see. Blade Show Atlanta 2025. There was Every Knife at Blade Show Atlanta Part 2. Okay, so here's the other one that we watched yesterday. This is where they run through a bunch of knives really quick. So I'm going to go make myself a cup of coffee while y'all watch some new knives for a minute.
This is part 2 of our compilation series. There's still so much more to go see, so let's jump right in. All right, guys, we are at the auxiliary booth, and they have some really cool new production lines coming for you this year. We have the pocket bow, which you guys have seen before.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Production. We have this amazing blackout version, as well as
y'all talk amongst yourselves.
A folder. And this is M390 blade steel with a really cool green micarta inlay and then a titanium handle. You should see these coming to Blade HQ soon, so make sure you check them out. All right, guys, we are checking out new stuff from Viper and Fox. First up, to start with Viper, we have the Wing, which is a DCA design. I'm sure you guys have seen it before from him, but these are super cool. We have Magna Cut blade steel, and it looks like on some of these, you can pop out the integral backspacer caps and replace them. So maybe you got some fun little versatility with those. Otherwise, there is this very pretty titanium model, nice and sleek. And then over here on the Fox side of things, we have a Bob Terzola design. This thing is gangster. It is beefy, it's big. We have a Magna Cut blade, a nice folder. I would say if you're out on the streets and you need something bougie to put in your pocket, this is your guy. We're at the CJRB Artisan booth, and we have some limited edition show specials we're going to talk about. So we have the Galactic Pyrite, which is my personal favorite. We have this very pretty gunmetal gray with these insane Timascus inlays, even down to the full inlays inside the scales. This thing is wild. And then we have the Interstellar Pyrite Light, which features the same Timascus with this crazy green fat carbon. This is wild. And then over here we have the Proponent, which is a massive beast, and it now has a bolster lock. So you might have seen this before, but this thing now opens with a thumb. We are now at the White River booth checking out some of their show customs, and these things are sweet. So they have some customs of the Trailhead Trapper slip joint with these awesome fat carbon scales. These things have a pop. I love it. And then over here, my favorite from White River is the Ursus Cub, and they have these new G-Carta scales. They have the Mexican blanket, a cool chevron design, as well as these cool fish scales. We are now at the QSP booth, and we're checking out 3 new things that they have. First up, we'll talk about the Serpent. This is a new model with this super cool inlay running down the whole middle of the handle. This is actually a clear G10 with aluminum foil
cool
inlay.
yet?
This thing is wild. It gives it like a very 3D-esque look, almost like a topographic Mac. I think this thing's sweet. And then coming over to the Penguin, we have the same treatment with that aluminum foil and G10, but this is on their new glide lock. You guys have seen it from us before. We just posted about it recently, but these things are so smooth. Definitely a new upgrade to the Penguin. And then going along with the Penguin, they now have a little pocket fixed blade. I think this thing is so fun.
Doing
we
good,
have, again,
folks.
kind of that clear G10 resin overlay, and then a nice cutout in the tang there. This thing's sweet. All right, guys, so we are at Big Idea Design, and I'm with Brantley. How's it going?
It's wonderful.
Heck yeah.
Wonderful. It's been a fun day.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yep.
Do you want to tell us about some of the new and upcoming stuff that we got here?
Yeah, absolutely. Brand new, just launched 2 weeks ago, is our new
Yeah, the Lookout.
Overlook. It's our
Nice.
new folder. So this is our Lookout fixed blade that
Yeah, I saw that.
we've become known for.
Yeah.
So this is a folder kind of derived off of the Lookout.
It's awesome.
A little different blade shape, a little different handle shape, but kind of the same ethos, if you will, of size and carryability of the knife. And so this
Yeah, I really
is
like
a
that
top
Lookout.
point. It's a thumb stud only open, but it's so flicky.
Yeah.
It's just,
Smooth too.
I'm kind of obsessed with it. So yeah, kind of a full forefinger without being too big, but it's small without being small.
Perfect.
So
Oh, that's great.
really proud of these, really happy with the reception of these so far.
Thank
So
you.
they've been doing great. So then we have the Signal. So we live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and downtown is nestled between Lookout Mountain and Signal Mountain.
What you did there.
So there's also a mountain called Raccoon. We got to figure out a really crazy knife for that
Oh,
one.
there you go.
So this is the
I
Signal
got
fixed blade.
got
It's
stuck
our
in
largest
traffic in
fixed blade.
Chattanooga
So
on the way
kinda going
through
for
from
something a little
Nashville.
more rugged, a little more durable. Nitro V, so you can easily sharpen it.
Yeah.
And kind
Traffic
of that
was terrible in
easy-seeable
Chattanooga.
Camping knife, hunting, hiking, whatever you want to use it for.
Hybrid.
A little bit more of like a heavier use knife, while still being not.
I did carry that Vosteed all day yesterday too. I forgot to mention that. And it was super comfortable. I was really impressed with how it rode on you.
Crazy large.
Right, it's very lightweight.
Seeing that
Yes,
fixed blade
the
made me
nitro
think of
Vs are
that.
going to be natural micarta scales or black G10.
Very cool.
And
All right, I'm gonna go grab my cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
That is actually what we're waiting on for the production run. Is for the Kydex to be finished. So we did some leather sheets for the show.
Awesome. Well, hey, you guys do amazing work.
Thank
Love
you.
all your designs.
Appreciate it.
Definitely keep it up, and thank you for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Sarah.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
We are now at the CRKT booth checking out the new redemptions from Ken Onion that you guys have seen before, but now it comes in an all blacked out version in the full size. This thing is awesome, as well as the standard colorway in the compact and the all black as well in the compact. And as a show special, they have the compact version with these cool playing cards engraved on the top here called Dead Man's Hand, as well as all the different suits engraved on the back of the pocket clip. These things are sweet. The other ones are available at BladeHQ.com, and this one is a Blade Show special. We are at the Chavez booth checking out Ramon's brand new OTF, the Dissident. This thing hits with a punch. It is so smooth, but you get that amazing OTF action. We have a few production models in different blade styles, and then he also has a few custom runs that he's doing with some very beautiful inlays and beautiful blade designs as well, with this amazing copper inlay in Damascus. All right, guys, we are now at the NAFS booth, and we have found Ben, and you're going to tell us a little bit about the Little Lulu.
Absolutely. So I have one in my pocket here. This is the brand new Little Lulu.
I love
and
it.
The goal with this is to make stuff ourselves. So everything you see that way and over is made by some of our OEM partners, which is great. We love them. They are fantastic. We have no plans to change that. However, I wanted to understand the process from the ground up.
Oh, yeah.
So the Little Lulu is made on our own machinery in Clearfield, Utah. We are cutting the steel in Syracuse, Utah.
Yeah.
We are grinding it, milling it.
All right.
The process is right here.
Got me some coffee.
In Los Estados Unidos, which is to
I
say...
don't know what I did with that Vosteed.
So we make the Kydex in-house. It's Magna Cut blade, just a little guy.
I love it.
So,
and then plans for other scales?
Yeah, so
like that?
We're doing some Mexican blanket ones, some black ones. We're doing a black Cerakote, that matty black that everyone seems to enjoy.
That's awesome.
And it's a tiny knife. I've had a few people be like, Ben, why is it so tiny?
Yeah, that knife is kind of small.
Cup wheel. They really just...
We've seen enough of it anyway.
An entire process. So, yeah.
I thought she was going to go through a bunch like he did yesterday.
It has M390 blade steel. It has a beautiful walk and talk, and it comes with this amazing little pocket sheet. So once you fold this thing back up, you just shove it right back in there. And then it has a nice little pocket clip that'll sit in your pocket. You don't have to worry about a loose knife in your pocket. All right, we are at the Demco booth and we're checking out the brand new American-made 8020s. So we have the 8020S, which stands for Slim, which is going to be the much slimmer version that you guys know and love.
A lot of people like that one.
We have all different kinds of blade styles on these. We also have full titanium mock-ups. As you can see, we have a really pretty milled version and then just a flat titanium. And then they also offer the G10 models as well. And just for shits and giggles, we got the Absolute XL 8020. So this thing is a beast. If you can fit it in your pocket, you might as well pick one up. We are now at the Boker booth, and we have the new Keyhone, which is a collab.
Yeah, Boker's been trying to do a bunch of stuff too.
Pirate, if you guys know who that is on Instagram. And they have this beautiful flipper. This is S35VN blade steel. We have thumb studs, and we have this really pretty Raven that's milled into the scale on the front handle. This thing is awesome, super smooth, great action. If you want to check these out. Over at the Squid Industries booth, we are checking out their new flipper, which is called the Surf. This has aluminum integral handle scales. This has all titanium hardware, so we got the thumb stud, we have the pivot, and we have the pocket clip, and an S35VN blade. This thing is so lightweight, yet so premium.
Yeah, that thing does look very clean. The Squid Industries booth was back in the corner.
Over at the Spyderco booth, we are checking out their brand new Shaman variation. It is the same knife that you guys know and
the
love,
lightweight.
But now features a CTS BD1N blade steel, and then this new FRN handle. This thing is so cool. It has a little bit of a coarse texture to it, so you're going to still get that good grip. It still has the 4-finger grip up on the choil there for you, but it's coming in at a much lower price than the standard Shaman. This is something you're definitely going to want to keep your eyes out for. All right, guys, we are at Rivery Manufacturing checking out the Zero lineup, and you guys have seen this before on our channel.
That thing's super cool.
This is just the standard Zero. It has the spring-actuated utility blade. You push that
especially the pocket
up,
clip.
Pull it back down, and that blade goes right back into place. And they're now on Kickstarter releasing the Zero G, which is the second model, a little bit bigger, but this one comes equipped with a pocket clip. So you can throw it right in your pocket, make sure it's secure. It won't be kind of rumming around loose like this one would be, but same exact mechanism. That utility blade pops out, pull the front scale back down, and then you're gonna be able to get it right back into the blade. These things are so cool. Probably one of my favorite things I've seen at the show. All right, guys, we're actually at the Blade HQ booth checking out the Magpul Breslau. This thing's super cool. As you know, we have the MIM technology, this very cool Warncliffe blade, very EDC. This actually has a variable cross section, as well as on the flipper tab when it pops through the other end of the knife. It has the degrees on there, so you know exactly what degree you need while you're sharpening. This can also be disassembled by just one T10 screw. So it's super easy, just has the 2 screws on there. And then you can also flip that pocket clip right around to the other side, make it ambidextrous. That was a ton of cool stuff. You can find...
All right, thank you, lady. Yeah, the Shark Cub, super cool. Let's go check out the Tuya integrals that Sever so they're coming out with 13 integrals, and if you buy the first 12, you get the 13th free. So I don't guess that's going to be on their shop yet, but let's see, maybe it's on their Instagram. Wonder which site it would be on. I'm not sure. Have to get back with Sever about that, I guess. Let me go follow the USA. I already was following that. The V1 frag is on closeout, so that's cool. TC just posted a picture of a little tenable fixed blade. So that's super cool. And TC also posted some more pictures of some... Oh, there's the caveman in the middle there. It looks like the big boy I was hoping it was. So that's cool. You bought some of those little things, those magnetic things, for the refrigerator like that lady had that I showed on video. That's funny. Those little things are super cool though. They stick to the back of the pivot and then they allow you to tilt your knives up. I gotta buy some. In fact, I was meaning to find those on Amazon too for everyone. I don't see the new integrals, but that's not it. We'll find out from Sever what those 12 are or 13 are. Clear magnet pawn. Here we go. These were the little things that she had on the knives. So they're just little magnets, and you stick them on the back of the pivot, and then it allows you to tilt your knife up for pictures. So it's super cool. I don't know how many I actually need, but it looks like you can get twice as many for $5 more. Aha, here's 50 of them for $8. And there's some colored ones. We got the magnets. Wonder how big they need to be. TC, how big are the ones you got? Let's see, how long are these? 0.66 inch. Yeah, I think the ones she had were bigger for sure. So how big are these? 'Cause hers were about 1 inch long. 11 by 17 millimeter. Hey Google, what's 17 millimeters in inches?
17 millimeters is 0.669 inches.
17 millimeters mm is equal to approximately 0.669 inches.
So those are the same size as the other ones. They might be the same size. It might not have been quite 1 inch. But I'm going to add these to cart. And we'll come back to that. Alright. This might be one of them. Yeah, that's an integral. You got 100 on Alley for like $10. Yeah, you got the whole lineup. Yeah, I almost got the Quasar or whatever it's called and the Thunderhead. Yeah, those are the 4 I almost got last night. Or the top 2 are 2 of the ones I almost got, but the bottom 2 are what I got. Yours are 0.6. All right. Thank you, TC. Let's see. Let's go back. Find something else we haven't seen. The hottest knives.
Blade Show 2025, Captain Ricky.
Streaming Pirate EDC.
Bastion from Western 80 Knives.
Connor here from Tour Knives.
Craig with Skellywag Tactical.
Ryan Johnson, founder of RMJ Tactical.
We're here at the Chris Reeve Knives booth.
And one Travis here.
Liz with Nottingham Tactical.
David Wattenberg from ProTech Knives. Hank with Blackside Customs. By the way, that's Mick Strider's son.
Day One Blade Show, the Strider Knives booth.
Mike Smee with Heretic Knives.
Tony Marfield with Tech Knives.
What's up, knife freaks?
Cole Nichols with Defiant 7.
Gavin Hawk here. My name's John. I'm here with Benchmade.
Passion is the spice and the spirit that makes excellence possible.
What's up, guys? Welcome Blade Show 2025, starting right now, day one. In fact, the people are coming down the walkway right now, so I gotta do it quick. We've got our Frenchie display set up, new booth for us this year. Lots of knives, free swag. Come by this table, pick up anything you want. We have all kinds of free shit. We've got limited edition knives over here, cell shading, all kinds of new swag, and then t-shirts, cups, koozies. We've got hats. We got all kinds of stuff. Come see us, Blade Show 2025, booth 450. Have a nice day.
What's going on, guys? I am Captain Ricky. I do videography for Taylor Martin over at Best Damn EDC, and we are at Blade Show. It felt right to be right here next to Clayton and just kind of post up. I got a new tattoo, so I feel like I'm just like
newly married, new tattoo. He's sporting all the good things this weekend.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it.
So you never know what happens, Blade Show 2025.
That's right. So I hope you guys enjoy the vlog, and we'll catch.
Paint, so what are these paint?
Or would you just pick up here?
Paint, cell shade, Medusa, auto, milled clip with ball bearings here. You got your inlays right here. It's very
Right
nice.
here.
Weeks ago.
Here with
with the Knives team. We're gonna go over some of our new products, something that we just released last week, a special series that we're doing in honor of really pivotal time in our US history called the 65 collection. The idea behind the 65 collection was really to kind of honor a period of time during the Vietnam conflict, the men and women who went and fought, spent their lives really in a controversial time, and highlight some of the cultural themes and really the war fighters of that generation. And so we wanted a kind of more rugged take on some of the blades that we were doing. So we picked some natural handle materials, some kind of forest green colors, and a really custom print topography on our sheaths to kind of honor that theme. So the 3 blades in the 65 series that E-Knives is going to have are the Karsumba S, which is a karambit style blade, pistol grip, tactical fighting knife, ironwood textured handles, and stainless steel screws. We've got the Rabbit S, beautiful two-tone ironwood. Every piece of ironwood is different. Obviously, it's a natural material.
That ironwood looks cool.
S, a little bit heavy duty knife.
I like that ironwood.
Stick. Something that's really built for hard use, hard work. So that's our 65 collection. We've also got shirts and hats and everything to kind of follow it. But again, it is to kind of bring some honor to those guys and gals who
I liked all 3 of those.
And it's really the least we can do to honor that generation of warfighter.
Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Bastion from Bastion Knives. So really excited to be here with lots of new stuff on the table. So here we have the new ventilation with 3D printing sheath. Came with the capsule we did for this one. New packaging, few edition. We make the rapier over there and a few other things. So yes, thank you so much.
Hey, I'm Ryan Johnson. I'm a founder of RMJ Tactical, and we got a few things to show you here today. These are our new nuts. These were originally being made up at my shop at Gold Point. Now we're doing them as an actual production item. These are billet machined aluminum. They're made to use. So I actually test these out on cinder blocks, on concrete blocks. And so we've got them designed so that the force actually translates into your palm and you can really hit with them. They make a great collector's item. If you're into nuts, these are fun. This is actually based on the throwing star I used to use as a kid. I had a bunch of throwing stars as a kid. This was my favorite. These are razor sharp. They're about 80 CRV2, and they're a lot of fun. Also, just from our custom work, we brought some gunstock war clubs. These are based off of 18th century war clubs that Native Americans used. So they would use a trade blade.
That's a crazy thing.
They'd make a wooden stock that was similar to a gun stock, and the idea was if someone saw you from far away, it looked like you had a rifle if you had that slung over your shoulder. They would add these trade blades to them, and you saw it famously in Last of the Mohicans. It was an example of a gunstock war club. These are completely handmade, a lot of fun. We brought bumpers. Our shop, we love sticks. Don't underestimate a hickory stick. In this case, these are sticks that have the Indian pictographs from the Ben
those are beautiful
collection on them. Last but not least, we brought Makua Weedles. So this is a variation of what was an Aztec war club. The originals, they had obsidian blades. These are 1075 steel. It's a fierce weapon, also a great wall hanger. That's what we brought to the show, kind of an unusual assortment of stuff. We brought bats that Andrew's making. We brought a few odds and ends, but we're sending everybody to E-Knives for our normal lineup.
Those bats are pretty crazy too.
To be working with you guys.
Hey guys, I'm Craig with Scallywag Tactical, man. It's great to be here at Blade Show 2025. We got our whole crew here. We're ready to go. I've got the D2 daggers here. We've got some great sales going on. We've also got the MDV folders. Comes open when it comes out of the pocket. Last breaker on the back, designed by us and Michael Donvito. Let's see you at Blade Show.
We're here at the Chris Reed Knives booth. It's been busy all morning. It's been a great morning. For me, my favorite part, because you get to hands on hands, handshaking and all that. Just great people you see every year, all that. So we've had fun. Penny's over here literally helping me stay organized, helping Mike. We had a line around the booth all morning. It's just been awesome. I love Blade Show. It's a blessing to be here. We're only like a few hours into day one. My feet hurt already, but that's all right. We'll stay in the game. So yeah, hope everybody else who comes to Blade Show has a good time.
Hey guys, it's Liz with Nottingham Tactical.
Morning, Lone
Super
Star.
excited to be with you guys and get featured on the eKnives platform. Coco and Clay are probably two of our favorite people, as you all know why, I'm sure. So I wanted real quick to show you some things. I actually talked to them earlier today and wanted to grab a couple of pieces.
Lone Star, you ought to join the Discord and you can post what you're carrying today in the Pocket Check channel. Yeah, to join the Discord, it's real easy. You just go to the top of my YouTube page and click that Discord link. You can do it from a web browser. You don't have to download the app. Yeah, you can post it in there, and then I can show it on the stream.
That you guys can be on the lookout for their website. One of the materials that Coco and Clay love to get is some of our zircotite. This is zircotite from Chad Nichols with Nichols Damascus. I pulled this piece for them earlier. We got some crystal tie featured at the show. This one was really fun to do. It's kind of like a fade anodized finish on some crystal tie. You guys go crazy over this stuff. One of our unicorn pieces, I don't know if it's gonna be around long enough, but this is gonna be reverse milled with a blasted. This is zirconium. So really fun. We love doing some of those unicorn pieces. That's all for Coco, you know, and Coco likes the bright colors. She's already eyed this. This is her G2 format that she loves, black Cerakote with some reverse anodized finish. One thing that we absolutely love is for our dealers to be able to come and get some of these unique pieces and then feature it for all of their platforms. So you guys be sure, if you're not already, to be following eKnives as well as Nottingham Tactical. We love to collaborate on different things like that. And if you see something that you can't live without, be sure to stop by their website as well as Nottingham Tactical. And we look forward to seeing you guys then.
I don't even want to touch
Do you want to hold it?
This is ridiculous. Is it actually sharpened?
Yeah, it's sharp. Do you want to try and close it?
No, I want you to close it, but I want to fire it.
Okay.
I don't want to break it.
Closing is the hardest part for me because...
I'm going to hold the top.
Yeah, you pull.
Just pull?
That. All right. Now, push it. There we go. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because it's single action, so...
That's ridiculous. I think you're shooting a gun.
It's like a desert eagle right there.
Nick, look at the thickness of that thing. What is this for?
7.
7 grand. Sick. Think I can carry it in my pocket every day? This is probably a triple felony in my state.
Everything's a triple felony in your state. Make sure nothing's around.
Yeah, there were some cool dogs at the show too.
That's awesome.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Okay.
Whoa.
It is Streaming Pirate EDC. We are here at eKnives. Really excited to be here. Picked up an arch nemesis over. Check if you're at.
Amazing on those.
They're so
For 20 minutes.
Those are dope.
Right here. That's a Tonto version for the first time. They're called the Dissident. That's a Tonto version. Got drop point. Then we have one I call Road Rash. I just basically beat it up. And also I brought a couple customs. This is the first dagger I've ever ground, so when I brought that I thought it was pretty cool. All titanium hardware, titanium inlay. And then a wrought iron, or from Baker Forge. This is all titanium hardware as well. Thank you guys.
Hey, welcome to Blade Show 2025. I'm David Wattenberg from ProTech Knives. We're thrilled to be here. It's been a great show already, the first couple of hours. One of the knives we're really excited about is the reintroduction of our Cambria. So the Cambria is a button lock flipper knife that actually predates the ones that we're famous for now, like the Malibu and the Mordax. We made them about 8 or 9 years ago, and we just reintroduced it for the show, and we've got an amazing selection of them. Everything from a base model, Magna Cut, aluminum with carbon fiber. We've got Mike Erie hand ground blades, and even ultimate customs. So this is a Cambria, stainless frame, Bruchai engraved, amazing over the top. So if you like ProTech manual actions, keep an eye out for the Cambria.
We have a very passionate staff, and that really helps with making good products. Passion is the spice and the spirit that makes excellence possible.
Hydra, a little bit slimmer, a little bit narrower, a little better blade to handle ratio. All new blood grooves, everything in here. Really, really cool piece. We have the proof run of these here at the show in Stonewash, as well as in DLC. So come by booth 224, check it out. We also have the new cell shaded Pariah. Cell shading's been an awesome, really cool cartoon style finish. This one even has a tritium button in it.
Yeah, cell shading.
Orange Auto Medusa right here. Oh, there we go. So stop by, check us out. Also available at E-Knives. Go check them out too.
Tony Marfield with Microtech Knives. Welcome to the first day of Blade Show. Stop by and see us. We love you all.
What's up, knife freaks? Welcome to Blade Show 2025. We're bringing that big Dixon energy. We got our brand new Dixon folder. Look for them at E-Knives soon, guys. They'll be getting a batch really soon.
Yeah, it was as comfortable as I thought it would be.
2025. I've got some Talons here. This one has the rose gold
I am getting a Dixon
with the DLC.
Yeah, the Dixon was exactly what I thought it would be, and I am getting one eventually whenever I find one.
Accents and a Zerblast blade. This is one of my lottery knives. And then my personal carry, the one that everybody loves, is the antique butterscotch micarta from Westinghouse. This one has the Zerblast accents on it. Yeah, so we got lots of Talons, we got some deadlocks. This one here.
Speaking of which, I wanted to mention, we went to, or I messaged that guy about doing the Zerblast from the recommendation of somebody else. And he said he does do Zerblast. He charges $75 for a set of scales. And he says he does an aluminum oxide blast first to clean them up, and then he does the Zer over fresh scales. So that lets me know that my aluminum oxide that I got is good for a first coat before you do something else. So I will be putting that media back in my blasting cabinet to do some stuff in the next few days. But yeah, so $75 for a set of scales, Zerblasted by Pocket SX EDC mods. I'm going to continue to talk to him, and maybe I can find out where he got the Zerblast from. So that's cool. Anyway, back to the video.
Is a collaboration with John Gray and TJ Marfione. So John Gray did the, I don't even know what he did actually. He just kind of roughed it up and anodized it, but it came out really cool. And then of course we've got the high mirror polish by TJ Marfione. Super sweet piece.
Paul Nichols with Defiant 7, and what I've got here is what we call the 320.
Yeah, the Defiant 7 booth was cool too.
This one specifically has been hand ground by Alan Owishowitz. Got his own finish on it. We will be producing these soon. Just look out for them.
Great time.
Big wave of humor in the industry. Exo shading are really, really popular. And then we got some from Heretic and Micro. So people.
If you think do a folder doing, this is my first folder that I've ever done. Not only did I decide to do a folder, I had the bright idea of doing a switchblade for the first knife, calling it the bad idea. Blade length about 3 inches long. The first model is the base model, 6061 hard-coated aluminum, Magna Cut steel, titanium hardware. It'll either come with titanium or aluminum. Backspacer, bead hole / lanyard hole right in the backspacer. My logo has the pivot, milled titanium pocket clip. Now, if you want to see something really cool, watch this. Forrest Strider, may I have my knife, please? Yeah, by the way, that's Mick Strider's son. That's one of my fixed blades, called the Phase 7. Just a simple little dagger. This one has contoured aluminum handles. I did a limited run where I put tritium right on the inside of my logo. Just, you know, some cool shit. And then last thing, and then I'll shut up. Hopefully I have it on me. Do some pens also. You can call it a tactical pen, a writing pen. I used to do a lot of traveling all throughout the world, and you can't take a knife with you, you can't take a gun with you. If you don't know how to fight or handle yourself, sometimes you need a little extra tool. So I did these tactical pens that don't look like a tactical pen, so you could get into any non-permissive environments. I was in South Korea, we were going through customs heading to Taipei, and they look for everything. They look for whatever could be, like, could be a weapon. The guy I was with had all these tactical pens on, they grabbed every one of them, and they're like, nope, no good. this made it through because it doesn't scream tactical, it screams, hey, just a cool pen. So there you go, Hank, Blackside Customs, all different types of silly shit. Wait, we got one more thing. You ready? Okay, ladies, don't get too excited. When I was at Microtech, I had a non-compete and I couldn't do knives and other stuff they were doing. So I came up with the idea of doing a modular belt buckle. I actually have a utility patent on this where nobody can make any type of buckle where it comes apart so you can mix and match colors, materials. This one's carbon fiber and copper. And then this one has a hidden handcuff key. Why do you need a hidden handcuff key? I don't know. I used to drink a lot. Anyway, if you haven't yet, come join the Black Side.
The Strider Knives booth, Day 1 Blade Show. We got some cool stuff brought out. We made this
that was some
camo
cool stuff.
SMG. It's the show exclusive. Sold pretty much everything so far. We'll have a couple things out tomorrow, but it's been a good show for us.
Hi, my name is John Marquez. I'm a benchmate here at Blade Show. I want to talk to you guys today about the 315 Successor, which is the new slip joint knife that we've got coming out later this year. We've done slip joints in the past. We've made some improvements here to the walk and talk on this one.
I don't know who this guy
we've got a very
was.
modern design here with
Let's go
M390
look.
blade.
First folder that I've ever
Been liking that too.
Yeah, come stop by booth 450 and we'd love to see you.
Hey guys, Hank with Blackside Customs. I just want to show you guys.
Blackside
a few things I'm
Customs.
doing. This is my first folder.
Hi, my name is John Marquez. I'm a benchmate here at Blade Show. I want to talk to you guys today about the 315 Successor, which is the new slip joint knife that we've got coming out later this year. We've done slip joints in the past. We've made some improvements here to the walk and talk on this one. We've got a very modern design here with M390 blade steel, aluminum handle scales with a gray bolster, crater blue handle scales, and then it does have a half stop.
I like that little slip
naturally,
joint.
as it should. Also comes with this really cool pocket slip that has a pocket clip, which also attaches to the back of the knife, so you can carry this any way that you choose. We're really excited about this. This will be coming out in a couple of months, and make sure you check it out.
As for deploy on contact, while you shoot from the hip. Deployment is as follows.
We are wrapping up day 1 of Blade Show 2025,
All right.
and it.
So, Black Side, was it Customs or Black Side Knives? Custom Knives. Black Side Custom Knives. There's that dagger. Black Side Customs. There we go. There's the Instagram. Give them a follow. Yeah, I like that belt buckle. I like all the little touches to the stuff he did. I liked that auto too. Wasn't bad. Yeah, there's the belt buckle. It's cool to support small businesses too, as long as his prices are reasonable. Yeah, he seemed like a cool guy for sure, Pete. Let's see. La-dee-da. I don't know. Oh yeah, let me check and see if I've gotten an email from the concept people. Okay, here's her response. She said, regarding the flank, we only have a minimal number of samples available and they are currently being reserved for upcoming Blade Show displays, so unfortunately we're not able to send out any review units just yet. But it has already entered mass production and we will try our best to have it ready by end of this year. Thanks again for all your continued support. It truly means a lot. And she sent me a message. I mean, so that's what she said about the flank. So hopefully by the end of the year, I was hoping it would be ready before then. But like I said, I carried this all day yesterday. And this this thing is super comfortable with how it sits against your body. And I got better at putting it back in. I'm still nervous about putting it back up when it's close to your stomach. I don't want to hairy carry myself. So yeah, but it did work out great. I did put an edge on it. That helped. No, they're inexpensive. The flank is. I need to transfer all my video from my laptop that I took with me over to my main computer so we can go through some of that footage, because I've got some footage of the flank. I will try to get that done today. But yeah, the retention on this clip is great. Everything about this thing was great yesterday. It's about the perfect size for a EDC fixed blade. I've decided. I don't think I'd want anything with the 3.5-inch blade. I wish the handle was just a tad bit longer, but that's just me. But for 62 bucks, you can't beat it. I'm cool with 14C 28N. Some people talk bad about it, but I think it's a great steel. Especially if it's heat treated properly, which it's easy to heat treat. But the bearings, let me show y'all some bearings that y'all need to order regardless if you like to have some extras for your knives. So I did some measurements with my calipers, and I want to explain a couple of things really quick about replacing washers in knives. So like this knife, for instance, or any knife, let me just grab one over here that we can take apart quickly. I don't want to mess with that one, but let me show y'all kind of what I'm talking about. So when you buy standard washers, and I say standard, I mean if you buy 6mm for 6mm pivot knives, you will get washers that are too big to fit into the pockets on some scales. So let me show you what I'm talking about here really quick. So regular 6mm pivots, or a lot of the washers, are like over 11 millimeters in outside diameter. And what happens with that, with a lot of knives, is they won't work. So let me show y'all why you have to kind of order specialized sizes. This knife probably hasn't even been apart ever, so the back spacer is going to be tight. They always are. I do have the screws loose, but there's a locating pin in these knives that keeps that back spacer kind of tight on there. So you have to kind of work it and wiggle it first time. That's what she said. If I could get it past the pivot, I could rotate it a little bit. Or try to. See if I can get the screws to come out. The bearing popped out of somewhere. Aha, now the screws came out, so that'll help. Alright, so see there's this big locating pin on these knives that's hard to get out of the scale over here. But here's what I wanted to show you. So a lot of knives that have these stamped bearings, they have washers that sit down in the scales. So when you're trying to get thick washers to replace for something like I'm doing now, or just to replace these period, if you buy the standard size, or a lot, I'm saying standard size, but I don't really mean standard size, I mean common size. So if you go to buy some washers that are common size, and you can see the copper ones I bought here, these are the right size, but I want to show you, these are the ones you get a lot of times. and the outside diameter is too big to go down in the side of the scales. And so a lot of knife makers use these size, and these are kind of an uncommon size. And what happens with these, so the outside diameter on these is like 11 millimeters. So when you go to try to put it down in this pocket on the side, it won't go down in there. It'll go across the pivot, but it sits on the edge. It sits on the edge of the scales, and it won't go down in there. So a good common size to grab are, they make them in 2 different sizes that are pretty standard. So let me show you. The ones that are down in here have a little over a 10 millimeter, and that's what these are. So they sell these copper ones, and these have a smaller outside diameter, but the same size pivot. So as you can see, the ones that a lot of places sell are this size, but you need one with the outside like this. So they're super cheap if you buy them in bulk. And the easiest way to find them, so they make them in, they're called, instead of looking for 6 millimeter, you type in M6, because M6 is how they say them in metric. So these are M6 by 10 by 1. So they make them 1 millimeters thick, and they make them 0.5 millimeters thick. And then I was able to find some exactly the size that I needed from AliExpress that are 1.2 millimeters thick. So the M6 by 10 stays the same, but that last number, the 0.5, 1.0, or 1.2, is what changes the thickness of them. But I was able to find some. They were hard to find, the 1.2 millimeter, but that's exactly what I needed to fix this knife instead of having to stack 2 of them. So, like I said, I will show you all the links here in just a second when I get this knife back together. For the ones that work great in knives and that do sit down in those pockets. That was my main problem, because these wouldn't go down in that pocket, and I needed something to thicken up the thickness of the washers, and since they wouldn't sit down in that pocket, I couldn't use them. So I had to order those these ones over here from Amazon. These right here. I got the 1 millimeter thick ones. Yep, and what did I not put back in on this one? Oh. Something didn't pop back into place right. It was the stop pin, I guess. No, something's still not right. What have I done? Aha. There we go. Now we're right. Now we're centered. Now we're good to go. But the hard ones to find, the thick washers, are the 1.2 millimeter thick. Man, that did not feel like that went in that hole right. That's what she said. But I guess it did. I don't want to strip it. It is sitting a little proud. I don't know if I got that right or not. Guess we'll find out. Yeah, that first one did not go in correctly. So I love that when I cross thread knives. It's my favorite thing. There we go. I got it in that time. Alright, so alright. So back to what I was saying. So on AliExpress, if you look for M6 by 10 by 1, M6 by 10 by 1 washer, they make these right here, and this is the ones that I got. So as you can see, they have just about every size you need, but down here at the M5 and M6, are the two you need to worry about with knives. But they have the M6 okay. These M6 they have by 10 by 0.8. They have M6 by 10 by 1 millimeter. Where are the ones that I ordered? I don't see them on here. See, that's what I'm saying. Even this page doesn't have the correct ones that I was trying to show you. So the ones that actually worked for me were M6 by 10 by 1.2. So maybe these are the ones that I ordered. Let's see. M6. Yeah. Okay, so right here. So they have the M6 by 10 by 1, and then they have the M6 by 10 by 1.2. The 1.2 ones are the ones I needed to make them a little thicker. But like I said, they're $5 for 50 of them, I guess, or 100. Yeah, 50 pieces, $5. And they make copper ones and aluminum. I couldn't find the copper ones, the actual M6 by 1.2. All they had was the M6 by 10 by 1. And these are free shipping. You can find them for like $3. But look at how small they have some. Super cool though, to have some extra hardware for when you're modding your knives. And I wouldn't have been able to do this M390 blade swap if I wouldn't have had some extra washers. But I can swap it into this darker one. I can swap it into all of them if I wanted to. But I think these, this pack of, I don't know, I got these off of Amazon. Maybe they were like $7 instead of $5. But it's good to have extras. Yeah, I don't think the copper will be softer, but I don't think that the bearings will eat into them. And if they do, they might just get smoother. Who knows, Pete? I will report back about the copper versus the aluminum. But those were aluminum, I believe, the last ones we just looked at. So those weren't even steel. Yeah, these, so I believe copper is harder than aluminum. I'm not positive, but these were aluminum alloy. Hey Google, which is harder, aluminum or copper?
I'm not sure about the answer to your specific question, but according to outcom.com.my, using aluminium reduces the overall weight of the unit or structure, so it will be easier and cheaper to support. Although aluminium is lighter than copper, when it comes to the crunch, it isn't as strong.
So copper is harder than aluminum, according to my other Gemini guy that talked to me. She didn't know what she was talking about, but he showed me that on the Mohs hardness scale, copper is harder than aluminum. So there's that. I want to do a cool anno pattern on this knife, and I've decided what I want to do with it. So if you look at it at a certain light, you can tell, there's a good view of it, that the way they've sanded it, they've given it a shading of a certain way. So all the sides of the boxes are one color and the tops of the boxes are another color, and that's what gives it that 3D look. So I think I'm going to anno it that same pattern. I'm going to anno the sides of the boxes all one color, and then the tops of the boxes, or the bottoms of the boxes, depending on how you're looking at them, another color. So I'm only going to do a two-tone, but I'm going to do, as you can see, the lighter gray one color and the darker gray the other color. So that ought to look good. And you can see that pattern on both sides if you hold it in the right light. You can see that dark and light pattern. And it runs right across the clip. So that'll be cool. Super cool knives. I can't wait till they come out with the FSD and the mini FSD, because I like that blade shape better. The FSD has more of my blade shape. I don't prefer this blade shape. So that'll be awesome. Shouldn't be too much longer on those, I don't suppose. I am getting some knives delivered today. I don't know what they are yet, but USPS just sent me a notification saying something was out for delivery. But yeah, I like this blade shape way better. Let's see. I think this is another one where I was trying to find the picture and it was taking me a little longer than I wanted it to, so I quit. Oh, there, yeah, it's a JavaScript. Yeah, it's the same thing I was trying to do. But that blade shape I like better than that blade shape, just personally. And I believe after they make the FSD, they're going to release the mini FSD, which would be a lot of y'all's favorite because of the size. I don't know what is being delivered today. I can't figure it out. It's got a weird tracking number. It might be something I ordered off a Knife Swap. I can't remember. I know by tomorrow I'm supposed to get those two new, that Wii and that Concept that I ordered off a Knife Swap. I did I did strop this M390 blade, and man, is it sharp now. So I'm super glad to have this Rosie. I'm going to try to carry it more, see how much I really like it overall. The action on it's great. I love the wider scales on it, and I just can't believe how much of a difference there is between the scale sizes. Like, it's just pretty wild to me how much thicker they are. I'm not sure if you can tell. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can tell. But these are way wider. And I'm not sure why Lemifshi switched. I don't know if he heard some feedback that people liked the thinner ones better. But evidently that must be the case, I would say. But this was his first Skelly right here. And this was the new Skelly on the left here, and way thinner. So I don't know why he chose to do that. But the action on this thing is sick. And I'll be carrying this more too. So these two I'm going to carry. And I got to carry this Pioneer. You got too many knives. I need more pockets or more hands or something. Because I want to carry this, but yet I can't put this down yet because this is such a great knife. So I think I might not carry that one. I might carry these two today. Yeah, it could have been a cost thing. You're right, folks. But man, this unnamed too, such a nice knife. I love the finish on it. That hammered scales are just awesome. And that adjustable thumb stud is great. The action on it is just sick. The jimping on it is wonderful. Full length jimping. I love the milling for the lock bar access. The little pockets and the catch on that side. All that just leads to great lock bar access. I really can't find anything wrong with it. The flatness of this up here feels great to put your finger on. Yeah, I'm loving this knife for sure. And this one, the only thing I had was that jimping. I'd like to get a file like TC showed and make this a little more aggressive, because your finger, no matter how hard you press, it doesn't stop. But that's the only flaw with that one, or it would be perfect. This one has that more aggressive jimping, and your finger does stop when you press down. But I love both of those. The jimping on the back of this one stops you too. So does this forward jimping. Anything else y'all want to talk about today? I'm going to end it up if we don't. I apologize for not having our guest on today. I know how things can come up though, and barking dogs in the background would not be cool while you're trying to show how to anodize something. So hopefully he'll be able to hop on next week. I really want to check out that polishing. I want to see if my my 1 mil spray, my my diamond spray will work for the polishing like he does, that 15,000 grit that he was using. I do want to make sure and go back to order that little Dremel 2-inch polishing pad, so I would like to be able to get good at doing Yes, Pete, I read the email. I guess you were gone a minute ago, but I just read the email from her about when they're going to release it. I guess you were doing something else, but she said they only have a minimal number of samples available, and they're all currently being reserved for upcoming Blade Show displays. So unfortunately, we're not able to send out any review units just yet. But it has already entered mass production, and we will try our best to have it ready by the end of this year. So they're trying to get it ready by the end of this year, which means the beginning of next year. Oh, you're good, Pete. I just wanted to. Yeah, I went over the email she sent me back about that. It's all good. Family first. You can always come back to us. We'll be here for you, Pete. Good morning, Ed. Slept in a little this morning, huh? Is your tailbone feeling any better, sir? I hope so. I need to figure out how to get you this this pivot set still. I thought maybe we would end up sending some knives back and forth, and it could hop on board some other shipping, but I might just have to send it to you. Yeah, my tailbone when I fell in the ice that day, that was the worst bruise and hurt and pain that I've ever had besides back pain and tooth pain. And it took forever. It took like a month and a half to go away. But I still need to get you this pivot set. I don't want to put it in an envelope because I'm afraid it's too thick and it'll crush when it goes through the machine. So I was going to let it hop on board with another knife, but we haven't done any sales or anything. But I'll figure it out and get it to you. Alright, well, guys, guess I'm going to start winding this one down because I can't think of anything else to talk about. Like I said, I was not prepared to have to go today. I was going to let the guy just kind of show us all his cricket stickers and stuff. So I guess at 1 hour and 35 minutes in, going to start winding her down here soon. I hope everyone has a good Thursday. We will do something exciting tomorrow. Some of the knives I have for sale, yeah, I can do that for sale or trade. I've got I got a bag over here with a bunch for sale. Let me bust them out. So this laying on the table is for sale. But I was told I shouldn't talk about those on stream, so we won't. Here's a Burnley SQD 1. Here's a Max Ace Meerkat that I lightning anode. Here's another one I've got for sale that I'm not supposed to talk about. But that's a haptic and a Spectre. This is a Pena Mini Diesel. This is a Brian Brown Knives Raptor. This is another one of those I'm not supposed to talk about. It's probably just not best to talk about selling them. I can talk about them, but they're not really for sale. This is a Wee Starhawk. And I'll show you pictures of all these here in just a second. This is a Wee Smooth Sentinel. This is a Redemption with carbon. This is a Redemption Street Chavez. This is a Giant Mouse Ace Sonoma V2. See what else I got in here. This is a Spyderco something or other. Tenacious maybe. That I got for cheap. Super cheap. If you want a Spyderco for cheap, this is your guy. I've never used it. That's like, I think it's a Tenacious. This is a Kershaw Launch 20. And the Kershaw boxes are just terrible. They get dented. But this is a Kershaw Launch 20. I've got a wee Makani. I've got a District Knives Apollo. See you later, folks. I've got a Spyderco Manix 2 crew wear version. And let's see, I've got a CJRB frac. I've also got some more, but those are the main ones that I pulled recently to sell. Let me show you some pictures. So yeah, it's an XL Manix 2. Sorry, Manix 2 XL crew wear my Carta special. Answering your question, TC. Yeah, this is a super cool M390 knife. TC in perfect condition. Let me see really quick. I don't know which ones you might be interested in, but here's some pictures. Hold on just a second. Gotta scroll down. Alright, come on, where are you? My God, I take a bunch of pictures. Well, I think I'm in the wrong folder. Duh. Alright. So, share to Discord. You'll have to give me just a second. Keep it scale stupid. Good morning, sir. So this is the Launch 20. That's the Launch 20. This is the wee Starhawk. And I got these pictures if you'd like them on the Discord. This is the wee Smooth Sentinel super lightweight carbon fiber knife. I've got this Tuya Knives shocker for sale also. I forgot about it, but I'll show you it. This is a Tuya Knives shocker coming up. Super cool knife. It's black with DLC. Here is the Chavez I've got for sale. So it comes with the aftermarket, like $120 marbled carbon fiber side, the original side, and then it has the original factory one too. I've also got a Fox Knives core for sale, which is a cool knife. This one is orange and black, so if you don't like orange, you won't like it. But this is a Fox Knives core Jesper Voxnays knife. Then I've got, this is the District Knives Apollo. Pirate knife. Then this is my Pina Mini Diesel with the Zerk clip and back spacer. This is a super nice knife. I believe it's got skiffs in it too, but it's got the I said Zerk, I might have meant Damascus. That's a blurry picture, but that one's not. I don't know why that picture was so blurry. Terrible picture on that show side, but you can see it in the big picture. And then I've got, oh, here's the Raptor, Brian Brown Raptor. I'm sending these from my phone, so it takes me just a second. But there's the Raptor. And then I guess the last one I've got here, oh, here's the Giant Mouse Ace Sonoma version 2. It's a super cool knife too. It's brand new in the box, like never even really opened it. It's got that awesome micarta. And then last but not least, I've got the Manix 2 XL that I've never carried. I did swap out the clip on it instantly when I got it to a deep carry clip. So the only thing I've done to it is add the deep carry clip to it. But it is the crew wear and micarta version. So yeah. So anyway, if you got any questions about any of those knives, let me know. They're all for sale. I'll work out a good deal with you, I promise. Otherwise, we will be here again tomorrow to talk knives. I will definitely have more planned than I did today. I shouldn't have It's not his fault at all. It's totally my fault. And I should have had a backup plan. But I did not, so we winged it. And that's okay too. Anyway, guys, I love y'all. Appreciate you being here. If you need me, you know my email. Oh, the guy just, he had some dog issues where his dogs were freaking out over an electrician, and he was going to come on video and show us. The same guy from last week that did all those cool patterns on the knives, he was going to go through the whole process of shining up the titanium, and hopefully he'll be able to come on next week. So it's no big deal. I just didn't have anything planned because I was expecting him to be on video most of the time. I'm just telling him that it's cool. We'll try again next week. But anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Email me if you need me. Otherwise, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Episode 150 is coming up. Today is 147, I believe. So 3 more days, we're going to have a giveaway. So make sure you pay attention to that. Rules will be easy. I'll pick a video for y'all to go comment on. All you got to do is go comment on that video, and you'll be entered. I don't know which video I'm going to pick yet, but we will figure that out. Mr. TC, Mr. Paul, Mr. Anonymous, Joe Anderson, Mr. Pete, Mr. Fuchs, everybody else that popped in this morning, Mr. Ed, the famous Mr. Ed, Mr. Ron Crow, Mr. Leon, thank you for joining from France again. Mr. Fred the Lug, appreciate you hopping in. Mr. William, Mr. Bob, Knives Are Life, appreciate you being here. Mr. Michael, appreciate you. And everybody else that participated, Sever 7, for sure. Come on, and when you get a chance, and tell us about those Tuya knives. Otherwise, I will talk to you